because I've been forgetting what day it is, and you can't forget what day it is when you got to work an extra hour.
Thursday starting with the pregame at 6 here on ESPN Central Texas.
When you have a litter-free state of mind, you get the answer to all of life's great questions right in your head, like,
am I a jerk because I let trash fly out of the car window? Yes. If I throw garbage out of my truck and no one sees it, really? Can I be fined up to $2,000 for littering on? Yes, come on. And should I dispose of litter properly because I'm a proud Texan? That's exactly what Don't Mess with Texas means.
get your litter-free state of mind today, and don't mess with Texas.
A message from TxDOT.
Coach Dave Aranda
All right, last spot.
are on the road this Saturday to take on former Southwest Conference rival SMU at Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas. 9 a.m. for the Baylor Alumni Tailgate Show, live from Dallas. 11 a.m. kickoff for the Bears and the Mustangs. It's Baylor and SMU. Saturday morning, here on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
From the Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Studios, this is KRZI Waco, K222DC Waco, K265DV Temple, ESPN Central Texas.
All right, bud, have a great show.
Welcome to the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National.
Of course.
The Baylor Sports Media Network. Today's show is broadcast live from Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue and brought to you by Central National Bank, your leading independent bank. Texas Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance, championship partner of Baylor Athletics. Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance online to find a local agent today. TFNB, your bank for life. The official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Baylor Scott and White Health, the official hospital and healthcare system of Baylor Athletics. Your healthcare, your way. HEB, the official grocer of Baylor Athletics. Proudly serving Texans since 1905. Rudy's Barbecue, the home of real Texas barbecue. Now, here's your host, the voice of the Baylor Bears, John Morris.
Welcome. It's the Baylor Coaches Show presented by Central National Bank, your leading independent bank. We are live at Rudy's for the Baylor Coaches Show this evening. Thank you very much for being here. Very nice crowd here at Rudy's. Welcome to each and every one of you. Always fun to come to Rudy's. And folks, join me in welcoming our first guest this evening. Baylor men's golf coach Mike McGraw is with us. Welcome to you.
Great to be here, John. Thank you.
Always great to have
it's
you
great
here.
Being here. You're great.
I think I plugged you into this spot, and you were very adaptable to join us, so I really appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
It's the fall. We think of golf as the spring, but you've got some events coming up. In fact, your first one next week.
We do. We go to Michigan for the Folds of Honor. Great tournament. We've never played there. The women's team played last year, and we're going up there with them this year. But it's actually a tournament that gives our guys a lot of perspective.
Wow.
Because, you know, the four service academies will be there with the team, and some other really good teams will be there as well. But on a great golf course, and I'm looking forward to it.
And it just hit me that leads right into September 11th. Is that part of the timing of that?
So. I think that's why they put it then.
Golly, that's great. How good are the service academies in golf?
Well, you know, you'd be surprised. Every 4 or 5 years, one of them jumps up with a pretty good team. Yeah, so I think that just shows you there's still some pretty good competitive golfers that would love to serve their country. Yeah. It's great.
What's the rest of your schedule look like in the fall?
We're home for about a week after that, and then we go to Olympia Fields in Chicago, which is not only a great field, but one of my favorite golf courses in the world. Special golf tournament. Then we're home for about 2 more weeks, and then we play at SMU's tournament at Trinity Forest, which just hosted the U.S. Junior this summer. So a really good golf course there. And then we're home for 3 weeks and go to Southern Hills and play what is turned out to be the best field of the entire year.
Really?
I think Southern Hills brought a lot of great teams, but, I mean, you can't. They've hosted 10 major championships.
Wow.
It's an amazing place and one of my favorite golf courses as well. In fact, 6 of our golf courses that we play in tournaments this whole fall and spring, 6 of the courses have hosted either PGA Tour events or major championships.
Wow.
So it's one of the best schedules you could possibly have.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, very good.
So is that one of the things you look for, or when you do your schedule, what do you look for, especially in the fall?
Well, you want a little mixture of really tough fields so you can see where you are, but also some fields that if you played well, you'd have a chance to contend or win. So it's kind of a combination of that, but I'm almost always factor in I want a great golf course.
Right.
I love being on great golf courses. I can't play them anymore, but I do love being on them.
Sure.
So.
And in Olympia Fields, you've told us before, that's one of your favorite courses. Southern Hills probably on the list.
It's right there
high
with
on the
it.
list.
Right
yeah.
there.
So are there any that you haven't been to or coached your team on or played
Well,
that you still want to do?
They don't host a golf tournament at Augusta.
Augusta.
So, but not really. I think I've seen most of them from Oklahoma State, Alabama, and now Baylor.
Right.
I've hit just about every really great venue in college golf.
I bet that's right. Would it put you on the spot to give us your top 5 courses?
No, they wouldn't
in
put
your
me on
mind?
the spot at all. I would say number 1 is Prairie Dunes in Hutchinson, Kansas. Number 2 would be Southern Hills in Tulsa, both designed by Perry Maxwell. Number 3 would be Olympia Fields. Number 4 would probably be Marion in Philadelphia. And number 5 probably would be Riviera in Los Angeles.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That's great.
Great golf course.
We should have a tour. We should let folks contribute to your program to take a tour of those courses with you.
Why don't they just pay for my tickets to go there?
For you to go.
Just for me to
No, I was thinking them go with you.
I understand. I get it. Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. Any and all of those would be great.
Would be really nice.
Tell us about your team this year. What's the makeup of your team?
We have 5 returning players. 2 of them are seniors. Jonas Appel, who was really our best player at the very end of last year. Sam Dossie, who's the 3rd Dossie, and finally.
Are there more Dossies coming?
No, there's no more Dossies coming.
Oh, no.
Now, Cooper and his wife Ashley are pregnant, so they're going to have a baby. It might be one
that'll
more.
Be a few years.
I will not coach that kid for sure. But so Sam's the last Dossie, and it would have been 10 years of Dossies on the golf team, so that's great. And he's going to the first tournament as well, so he and Jonas. We have Davis Ovard, who won the North-South Amateur last year, has played most of our events the last 2 years. And then Vincent Sternfeld, who was a freshman last year from Sweden, my first international player at Baylor in 11 years. And then Martin Kemp from Dallas, Highland Park High School, is also on the team. Those are the 5 returners. We have 2 freshmen, Tyler Sanford from Montgomery, Texas, and Patrick Babb from Mansfield, Texas. And then 2 transfers, Evan Vo from Auburn by way of Austin, Texas. He grew up in Austin.
Okay.
And then Alex Hurd from UConn. So we have 9 guys on the team, really a different feel this year. You know, we didn't play well last year. It wasn't our best, but I think the guys have a little bit different outlook, and we have some new blood in there and then some great combination of also returners.
I got you. What, in this new world of college athletics, how would you say that's impacted you and your sports?
Unfortunately, it has affected golf. I think most people wouldn't think it would, but it has. One thing it's created is sort of you have about 3 or 4 recruiting seasons now, and one of them is included just keeping your player.
Right.
Which I've never understood that. Credit to Johnny Keefer. After 4 years here, he was coming back for his 5th year. He was tampered with by another school, actually 2 schools, and he came into my office and said, "Coach, I'm a Baylor Bear. That's where my legacy started, and that's where it's going to finish." So, but you don't have very many guys that would pass on great financial opportunities like that. I wish it was the case, but it's become the norm now.
I got you. Is there money? Is there money to be had for some of the top golfers?
Oh yeah. There's
it's out there.
17-year-old right now who right before they changed the rules. I think he took a huge amount of money to go to a certain school. To commit to a certain school. So yeah, there is money. Not as much as football or basketball,
Gotcha.
certainly, but it is out there right now. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And I think the pureness of just playing the game and the pureness of collegiate athletics, I hope we return there one day.
Yeah. That at your heart, that's it, isn't it?
That's what
you want
love.
to coach, you want to do it in a college atmosphere, and there's more to it than just golf. And bring these guys up.
Well, and you think about it. We've graduated 11 straight classes of golfers. We haven't missed on a single kid in 11 years at Baylor since I've been here. That's part of it too.
Yeah.
Getting an education and earning that diploma and the degree is something you'll carry with you the rest of your life.
Yeah, very good. Well,
Yep.
kudos to you for
Thank
that.
you.
That's
Thanks.
That's the right approach. All right, you mentioned Johnny Keefer. Give us an update on him. We'll take a break. We'll do that when we come back. But he is doing really, really. It's what we call leading into
That's
a break.
a good
It's a
segue.
tease.
Good
It's
segue.
a tease,
I like
Coach.
that. I like
we'll
that.
take a break. Talk Johnny Keefer when we come back on the Baylor Coaches Show, live from Rudy's, presented by Central National Bank.
A bank in any town, USA treats everyone like, well, anyone. At Central National Bank, we provide Central Texans with a different kind of banking. We believe in people over processes, listening over telling, and helping our customers over helping ourselves. Come to Central National Bank and experience the difference. Bank different. Bank Central. Central National Bank. Member FDIC. Proud partner of Baylor Athletics.
The Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event is on, and there's no one key to victory. You need strength. You need power. You need agility. You need a team that shows up ready to win. And Toyota Trucks, yeah, they bring the full roster. The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for it all. With available bed-mounted power outlets, massive towing capability, and a cabin fit for your crew, Toyota Tundra and Tacoma don't just show up to game day, they dominate it. Kick off the season with big savings during the Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event. But hurry, these deals won't last forever.
That's a different question. That's different.
Toyota is a proud partner of Baylor Athletics. Wear green and haul gold in a new Tundra or Tacoma, built to take you wherever the road leads on game day and beyond. Visit your local Toyota dealer today.
Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed, smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. At a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long distance meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call and order a Rudy's group meal.
Next in line.
Hey, Jen.
You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Welcome back to the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank. We are live at Rudy's on the Circle in Waco. Rudy's a proud sponsor of Baylor Athletics. Be sure to stop by your local Rudy's or Rudy's.com for some real Texas barbecue. Enjoy 100% oak smoked meats, delicious sides, and Rudy's signature sauce. Don't forget, Rudy serves breakfast tacos every day until 10 a.m. Thank you to Daniel and the crew here at Rudy's. Daniel, we appreciate you and everyone, our hosts here at Rudy's for the Baylor Coaches Show. All right, back with Coach Mike McGraw, Baylor men's golf coach. And when I just say the name Johnny Keefer, it brings a smile to your face, doesn't it?
Well, Johnny's got a big smile. You know,
Yeah.
you make all the putts that he makes and all the birdies he makes.
Yeah.
He's done something over the last 15 months of playing on the PGA Tour Americas and the Korn Ferry Tour. He's shot between 61 and 64 24 times
Good
on those two
grief.
tours. Nobody else has done that. So,
Wow, that's
hey,
amazing.
He knows how to go low in golf.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's done great.
And he's number one, right,
is.
on the Korn Ferry
He
Tour.
is number one on the Korn Ferry Tour, which he's guaranteed his PGA Tour card for the next
Yeah.
season. But he's going to play in the playoffs starting in about a week to try to actually up that status on
really?
the PGA Tour. Yeah.
What could he do if he does
Not really
well?
sure how that works out.
Right.
He's just trying to get – actually, his ranking is 57th in the world.
Okay.
If he gets top 50, so if he plays well in those, he'll be in all the signature events on the PGA Tour
Golly.
next year, which is unheard of.
Yeah. For a guy a year out of school. Could he do that? Could he get to the top 50?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, he's played in 3 PGA Tour events in 15 months, and he's ranked 57th in the world. That is almost unprecedented.
Right.
Usually somebody getting up in the rankings like that has played almost all PGA Tour events.
Yeah.
But he hasn't had his card, so
Right.
now he will next year.
All right, you've coached some really good golfers, I mean, collegiately, and went on to really good pro careers. I'm not going to ask where Johnny ranks, but he has to be one of the top ones or in that top group.
Yeah, he's the best I've seen. He's better as a professional than he was as a collegiate player.
Wow.
He was he's our only 3-time All-American ever, but he's actually showing that he's ready for professional golf quicker than any player I've coached other than maybe Ricky Fowler. But he hits it about 330 right down the middle. He putts it like Tiger Woods. I mean, it's crazy how good Johnny putts. It's crazy. And then he's become a good wedge player. So the recipe is there to play professional golf as long as you want.
Yeah.
Stay healthy. You're going to make a lot of money.
Wow. Was there a chink in the armor or something that he had to work on when he left here?
Well, he wasn't a great wedge player. But the last semester he was here, he became a great wedge player. We had a team retreat a week ago, and Johnny surprised the guys and was here for 2 days.
Oh, nice.
And one of the guys asked him a question. You always have a smile on your face. So are you really a sweetheart of a guy? He says, well, if 1 is just the nicest guy in the world and 10 is an assassin. On the outside, I'm probably a 3. I'm just a pretty nice guy, and I want to treat people nice. On the inside, I'm an 11.
Wow.
And the thing about Johnny was he couldn't handle the 11 when he was young.
Huh.
He would bubble over into emotionalism and get really upset. He's learned to control that intensity. You can't play great golf without being intense. It's impossible. So he operates at a very high intensity level, but he knows how to not let it overwhelm him.
Yeah.
So that's the big key. That's why he's better.
Wow. And was that developed during that mindset sort of developed during his time here at Baylor?
Through trial and error, yeah. Because if you melt down a few times, eventually you figure out that's no way to play good golf. And he didn't have true meltdowns, but it would overwhelm him a little bit. I'm not sure how many people operate at the intensity level he is at. And like I said, he's a self-acclaimed 11 out of 10, so that's pretty high.
Pretty high drive, self-motivation, and drive for him too, isn't it? So you said those playoffs, they come up when pretty soon?
I think they start next week.
Okay.
And they're 4 straight playoffs. If he plays well in those, he will get in that top 50, and that just changes his PGA. He can actually make his schedule next year.
Wow.
When you're just a new guy with a new card on the tour, normally you have to kind of try to pick and choose and figure out where you want to play. But if you have status to get into the signature events, you just go wherever you want.
Yeah.
They pay a lot more than those two. So.
I bet that's right. Would that include the majors, or do you have to qualify?
No, I would include the majors because he'd be in top 50.
Top 50?
Yeah.
Golly, that's just amazing.
I don't know how he's done it.
I know.
I didn't hold him back, I guess.
You helped him along, that is for sure. So, folks, watch for Johnny Keefer, Baylor great. He's going to be on the PGA Tour next year. Who else do we have that's trying to get there?
We have Cooper Dossie, who is 42nd on the Korn Ferry Tour. He'll keep his card for sure next year. If he played well in these playoffs, he could actually get his PGA Tour card.
Wow.
He has to play very well, but he could do it. And he's going to have a place to play next year, which is great. Ryan McGuyre is about 12th or 13th on the PGA Tour Americas list. He won early in the year on that tour. Tyler Eisenhardt's playing. Zach Heffernan's playing. Brandon Hoff's playing. Luke Morgan's playing. They're all playing. But just hoping they're all going to be at tour school, so they're going to try to get their Korn Ferry card through the tour school.
Good. You stay in touch pretty closely with all those guys?
Yeah, I do.
That's
it's
great.
fun to watch them.
That is so cool. So that's a good list. I mean, that's a pretty good list of Baylor guys.
And I didn't mention Jimmy Walker.
Jimmy, right.
Unfortunately, with Lyme disease and all that affected his career the last 6 or 7 years, he's still trying to play.
Yeah.
I think he finished 5th in the Scottish Open last year. He's just a journeyman. I think he's enjoying raising his boys, too, which is kind of fun.
Is he in San Antonio?
He is.
I always watch for his list. Whenever there's a PGA event, I always look for Jimmy Walker to see where he is on there. I bet he's still doing, he did the astronomy.
He did.
And pictures, and was
that's
really
still
into
part
that.
of what he loves. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Sure. Yeah.
Very good. All right, we've got some good questions from the audience. You looked over these. These are really good questions, so let's give ourselves enough time for those. Take a break. Be back with more in just a moment with Mike McGraw, Baylor men's golf coach. It is the Baylor Coaches Show presented by Central National Bank. Central National Bank, your leading independent bank.
Do you want to earn points while cheering on your favorite Baylor teams? Join Baylor Bold Rewards. Track your attendance on the Baylor Sports app across athletic events and earn points towards prizes and experiences. Download the Baylor Sports app or register online today at BaylorBoldRewards.com and start earning your points today.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise of an ER, all under one roof. At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in network with most major insurance providers. Premier ER and Urgent Care has 4 convenient locations serving Texas: San Marcos, Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
Kids can now join the Baylor Cub Club, the official kids club of Baylor Athletics, presented by Green Eye Associates. Fans 12 and under can register for the low cost of $25 and gain exclusive benefits and access to Baylor Athletics events. Members receive free admission to select events, exclusive giveaway access, and their own membership package. To register your Cub, please visit BaylorBears.com/Cub Club. Sign your Cub up today.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB Your Bank for Life. Member FDIC.
Ryan's too good. I don't want he's pretty lucky to follow.
You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
And welcome back to the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank. We are live at Rudy's. Glad you are with us wherever you're tuned in, wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening, and thanks to our audience that is here at Rudy's this evening. And the folks that are here, Coach, one of the benefits of being here, they get to ask questions of you, of Coach Ryan McGuyre, who is next. So we've got some really good questions. Let's get to those.
Let's
How
do
about that?
Let's do it.
I'm going to shuffle these up.
Okay.
You think you know what's coming first, right?
Well,
but
so if I can answer.
You can. Okay, here we go. First question is from Bob. Is this Bob right here?
It's Bob.
This Bob. All right. Bob asked, what are the percentages of college golfers making it to the pros?
First of all, I want to say big shout out to Bob. He works on our facility at the Billy W. Williams Golf Facility. Does a great job. He's there every morning mowing, and I'm out looking out my window, not mowing. So,
Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate that.
Thanks, Bob.
Yep,
Appreciate
yep.
it. The percentage is so low, it's hard to calculate. It's that low because you have somewhere around 3,500 to 4,500, depending on the level of players every year, and you have 5 or 6 that get 4 or 5, maybe they get a PGA Tour card. So it's so low, and some will get their tour card in subsequent years, but it just takes. It's one of the most closed shops there is that I've ever seen.
Huh.
Not quite as closed as the Champions Tour, which is crazy close.
Oh, really?
But it is a tough ticket to get, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Very good. Good question, Bobby. Thank you for that. Ben Hagens is right there. Ben asked a question concerns temper, and you were talking about Johnny Keefer, how he's got that under control. Ben says, please comment about some of your players and their experiences with this demon.
Well, there's probably been very few great players that didn't deal with it at some point because great players are high achievers. High achievers have high expectations. The high expectations are going to be – you're going to fall short of those on a lot. You know, I used to tell players, you need to stop do or die in golf. Every shot you hit that's do or die, it means you die a lot. Golf is really, really hard. And so the higher achievers are a victim of this more than anything. And Johnny was that way for a while. Garrett May, one of our All-Americans here, was the same. And if we had a forum where I could talk longer, I could tell his story. It's a great, wonderful story on how Garrett overcame those demons. It's part of the game. If you're going to achieve at a high level, your expectations are going to be high, and you're going to fall short. So you're going to battle that. Then it becomes maturity, and there's a realization that I'm not going to make money. I won't keep my PGA Tour card if I don't learn how to handle this. So, I mean, Tiger Woods used to see him slam a driver. He'd get really upset. His goal was to get it out before he hit the next shot, and he did that better than any player in history. Nobody's ever even come close to that. But anyway, temper is a real thing, but you got to have a little bit of that fire. I don't want to ever steal the fire from a player. I just teach him how to harness that energy and that intensity to his own benefit.
Ooh, that's really good. No names, but have you ever had guys that was their downfall? They couldn't get past that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I won't give you any names.
Like a bunch?
But yeah, like a bunch.
Really?
Yeah. It eats you alive. And
like tossing clubs bad?
And that, for sure.
Ben?
But, I mean, it's 5 or 6 years later, and you're working as an accountant, and that's a great living, and everything's fine. But you look back and say, boy, if I was as mature then as I am now, I would have been a great player.
Golly.
It's the kids that figure that part out early enough that survive it.
Yeah. Very good. Good question, Ben. Good topic. Thank you. Bob Barrett is right back there. Bob, are you a golfer, Bob? All right. Very good. Bob says, who is the best driver of the ball on the team this year and your best putter?
Okay, the best putter, that'd probably be 2 or 3 different players, but I probably would have to go, best putter would be Davis Ovard. He rolls the Brock. It's just such a beautiful roll. Davis from Frisco, Texas. The best driver will probably go to, I'm going to say Patrick Babb. He's a brand new freshman on the team. Doesn't hit it that far, but he knows the ball's not going left. It just falls gently to the right. So he plays from position. He's played 5 qualifying rounds and 2 of them here at Baylor bogey-free. So when you drive it in the middle of the fairway, you make less bogeys. And once he gets a little bit of distance to go with that, I think he'll be a great driver. The best driver I've ever coached was Pablo Martin, who won on the European Tour while playing for me at Oklahoma State. Long story short, it's too long a story to tell why he's not playing anymore, but he was one of the best drivers I've ever seen. He was going to be the next Seve Ballesteros, but from the middle of the fairway.
Wow, how about that? All right, you're reading ahead. Good question, Bob. Thank you. Next question along those lines from Roy is, who is the best putter and the longest drive that you have ever coached? Pablo?
Okay, No, Pablo was not the longest, but he's certainly one of the best. The longest was a kid named Stuart Dodson from Perryton, Texas. Yeah. He hit it further than any player I've ever coached until a freshman that I'm going to have next year. I can't tell you his name until he signs. But Stuart never knew where it was going. So the sad part about hitting it that far was it was far into the woods. But he could hit it. I've never seen the ground would shake when he hit a golf ball. And the best putter I've ever coached would have to be either Johnny Keefer or Ricky Fowler. They were confident. They had great self-belief.
Yeah.
Could make putts.
Did they become good putters? Were they was that innate with them?
Ricky was always a good putter. Johnny became a good putter. He was a very okay putter in junior golf. And in college, he became a great putter. It is you need to follow Johnny next year when he's on the PGA Tour and watch the roll the ball makes. It's absolutely stunning. And I know that that's not something to be stunning, but I believe it is. When a ball is rolling perfectly, you go, okay, that's something different. He does roll it well.
All right, so an incoming freshman next year, not to be named.
I'll just tell you his club head speed, cruising, is he's not even trying at 127.
Oh, my gosh.
127 is ridiculous. He carries the ball 330 in the air. Can't wait to give you his name one day.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll remember that. Thanks.
Right.
Thanks for that. Thanks for not going beyond that.
No, not breaking any rules.
Right.
Yep.
Diana Van Wagner right here. Diana asked, tell us about your schedule. We talked a little bit about that in the fall. Look at the spring, and what tourneys are you looking forward to?
Well, I always look forward to Olympia Fields, which is in 2 weeks. But I'm really looking forward to going to the conference championship at Prairie Dunes in Hutchinson, Kansas. If you ever get an opportunity to go north on I-35, when you get to Wichita, turn left, and there's nothing out there until all of a sudden about 5 miles from Hutchinson, Kansas, you see these sand dunes on either side of the road, and you're going, where did that come from? And then all of a sudden you go up to this small, very inornate, whatever the word is, gate that just says Prairie Dunes Country Club. Play the golf course. They've got one of the best out-of-state memberships, national memberships in the country. It costs very little to play and be a member there. It is just an unbelievable golf course. So I always look forward to going there. But Southern Hills in later this fall for the Clerico will be great as well.
Wow, very good. Thank you, Diana, for that. Steve Van Wagner asked, are any of your Alabama national championship men playing on the PGA Tour?
That's actually a great question.
Yeah, very good.
Trey Mullinex, who was a big old country boy from, he was born where was Hank Williams Jr. born, or Hank Williams Sr. born? Same city, small town outside of Birmingham. He's a great player. Bobby White played the tour, is no longer playing it. Tom Lovelady played the tour. He is now on the Korn Ferry Tour. Corey Whitsitt never played the tour, and Robbie Shelton is still on the PGA Tour right now, actually on the Korn Ferry this year. So 4 of the 5 are still playing professional golf. I left Oklahoma State and went to a pretty good spot where a bunch of tour players were playing, so it worked out well.
I would say so. Helped lead them to a national championship also. Coach, thanks very much for being here. We really appreciate it. Great to catch up with you. We'll have you back, and good luck next week.
Thank you.
The Folds of Honor next week.
Thank you, John.
Coach Mike McGraw, Baylor men's golf coach. We appreciate him greatly. We'll take a break. We'll switch gears. We'll talk Baylor volleyball with Ryan McGuyre when we come back on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank.
The Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event is on, and there's no one key to victory. You need strength. You need power. You need agility. You need a team that shows up ready to win. And Toyota Trucks, yeah, they bring the full roster. The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for it all. With available bed-mounted power outlets, massive towing capability, and a cabin fit for your crew, Toyota Tundra and Tacoma don't just show up to game day, they dominate it. Kick off the season with big savings during the Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event. But hurry, these deals won't last forever.
Toyota is a proud partner of Baylor Athletics. Wear green and haul gold in a new Tundra or Tacoma, built to take you wherever the road leads on game day and beyond. Visit your local Toyota dealer today.
Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
A bank in any town USA treats everyone like, well, anyone. At Central National Bank, we provide Central Texans with a different kind of banking. We believe in people over processes, listening over telling, and helping our customers over helping ourselves. Come to Central National Bank and experience the difference. Bank different, Bank Central. Central National Bank, member FDIC, proud partner of Baylor Athletics.
Hey Baylor fans, game day experiences for the 2025 football season are on sale now. Fans can purchase exclusive experiences online, including on-field photos, sideline access during warm-ups, tunnel access during the team runout, an in-game radio booth experience with the voice of the Bears, a birthday bash, and much more. There is limited availability per game, so purchase your experience today at BaylorBears.com/group experiences to lock in your one-of-a-kind game day experience today.
You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Bottom of the hour on our Baylor Coaches Show. Let's give you our Baylor Scott and White Southwest Sports Medicine and Orthopedics Health Tip of the Week. Don't let pain slow you down. We diagnose and treat sports-related injuries and provide orthopedic services for athletes and non-athletes alike. Visit a Baylor Scott & White sports medicine and orthopedic specialist and move like you used to. And folks, join me in welcoming our second guest tonight here at Rudy's, Baylor volleyball coach, Ryan McGuyre. Welcome to you.
J-Mo, thanks for having me.
Great timing.
Always love being here.
We love having you here. Great timing. You just opened the season last week. Really good tournament at Baton Rouge and hosting the Baylor Classic starting tomorrow.
Yeah, great opening week for us. We were 2-1 and came down to 1 point, lost one set on instant replay and 15-13 in fifth to beat a top 10 team. So, and we're young. I know we'll be so much better at the end of the season than where we are, but I love where we're starting right now.
You lost a set by instant replay?
Instant replay.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's tough.
It looked out to all of us, but I know that Hawkeye, we'll see. I don't think the tape was put on the court the right way.
I got you.
That
close.
Yeah.
And that was SMU, right? That would have been a big win.
Yeah, that would have been a big win. They're a good team, good program, and look forward. Hope we get to see them again in postseason.
Bounce back from there and beat the host LSU squad. That was a great way to end the tournament.
Yeah, LSU's really good this year. I think they're a tournament team. And great, powerful hitters. But, man, it was such a collaborative effort. You've got great right side, great outsides, middles. I don't think anyone, shines statistically, but at the end of the day, we played really clean and really well.
With so many young players, how did you feel like y'all came together? I mean, it seems like the results are really good. How did you feel about it?
Yeah, results were really good. I think the opening match, South Alabama, was a little rocky at times, with some rhythm, and we got a lot of freshmen out there. Bailey Warren played a lot. Kasusha from Belarus played a lot. Morgan Madison, who got Big 12 Freshman of the Week, played, and they were great. You don't know what you're going to get sometimes with the freshmen in their first tournament, and they were all steady through. So some other positions just getting people comfortable next to each other was probably more the issue. We're ahead of schedule for those young ones, and I think on track with the returners.
Good. And for Morgan to get Big 12 Rookie of the Week, I mean, for opening weekend, that's a real plum.
Yeah, she was digging over 5 digs per set against SMU. We played her at left back, played her at middle back. And I'm just so excited. Like, that was one of those ones that we had our eye on since, felt like she was like 6th grade and 7th grade. And she
really
came to camp, and, we put her up there with all the older girls, and she was just playing fearless. And so been waiting for her to arrive for a long time. But, we've had great liberos in our program, like Briseño's with the national team. Chanel Bramschreiber was Big 12 Libero of the Year. And they couldn't really – they didn't play a lot their freshman year or had a limited role. And so we told Morgan, like, look, it's a process to go through it, but she really worked her tail off. And someone who really shined incredibly well was Tahani Ulufatu, also in that position. And so we found a lineup where we could get them both on the court for significant time, and that made our backcourt really, really good. So we were hard to score on, and a lot of that credit goes to Tahani and just the example and the model that she set forth, and they're still kind of battling it out in the same position but doing it extremely well. It feels like Baylor's guards on basketball when they won the national championship. How they had so many, and it was like, man, how do you manage that? But kind of made everybody better that way.
That's a good analogy, and worked out well last week. Looking forward to this week and the Baylor Classic. Tell us about the teams coming in.
Yeah, Power 4 program in Northwestern. They're in the Big Ten and ready to battle. They got a lot of transfers, so Kansas players, South Carolina, they're all coming from different parts of the country. So they put together a pretty good team there. They run a 6-2 offense, so similar to what we did this past weekend. So it'll be an execution match. St. Mary's, great coach, Tyler Hildebrand. He's got a lot of USA experience. Won at Nebraska, and I remember coaching against him when I coached men. And
really?
Great All-American setter at Long Beach State way back in the day. And then Rice, we seem to always have a battle. We kind of get the nod, so I know they really always want to beat Baylor, and so those matches have always been tough matches for us.
Well, very good. So that's be a lot of volleyball in the Farrell Center this weekend.
Yeah, a lot of volleyball Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. Thursday, Friday, and Sunday.
Very good. Is the Farrell Center, your home of acrobatics and tumbling also, is that what are the benefits that you've seen with expanded office space, practice space? What are some of the main benefits there?
The big benefit is it looks like a volleyball court out there. We're not taping lines. We have volleyball specific flooring, Terraflex, so it saves the wear and tear on the girls. And again, we're really relentless on defense, but you can imagine as often as they're diving and jumping, there's a lot of difference between something smooth that's going to absorb and hitting heads and elbows and knees on some hardwood. So I think they love it because they can come to battle the next day and not feel so beat up and bruised up. So that benefits there. And then just the freedom to train where girls can come in on their off times, and now we have the space to work on certain things, whether it's the practice gym or bigger availability on the main floor.
Is Terraflex still the way to go? I mean, that's the top.
Yeah, and it's required for postseason. So if you're going to host, like you got to have it. So it's the floor. It's volleyball specific floor for our sport, and so we've been able to train on it, play on it, and looks really sharp in the Farrell Center.
Very good. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but we did a Sikkim podcast recently with Harley Kreck. And she was terrific. She was great. And then we did one with Kendall Murphy. I don't think that's out yet, but it's coming. But they were just great. I mean, they're such good representatives of your program, and they were so fun to talk to and get to know.
Yeah, as coaches, we're only as good as athletes we get to have. And I think in Murphy and Harley, you got two phenomenal ones right there. I have my own daughter who's in college, and, Harley is one of those ones that loves her teammates so well. Like if I had to pick a player on the team where hey, I that exemplifies the values that are most important to me in loving the Lord and serving others, like Harley's towards the top of that list. And she does that just so naturally. She's got some incredible spiritual gifts there within that. And she's funny. She's a hoot. She's hilarious. She makes us all laugh. and then Murphy probably reminds me more of what I was like. She's coaching the men's club team, good strategy, high volleyball IQ, that finds the way to win every drill within practice and the little nuances in it right there. So really love her voice out there in pointing us towards the strategic side of volleyball.
Yeah, very good. They were great to visit with and get to know. Recommend the Sikkim podcast if you haven't seen that. Tune that in. All right, let's take a break. Back with more in a moment. Ryan McGuyre, Baylor volleyball coach. The Baylor Classic coming up this weekend. We'll look ahead at the schedule following that and more when we come back on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank.
TFNB, your bank for life, is the local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise of an ER, all under one roof. At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in network with most major insurance providers. Premier ER and Urgent Care has 4 convenient locations serving Texas: San Marcos, Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
If you need a trailer, Flat Rock Trailers has got you covered. From light-duty single-axle utility trailers to the big Tex tandem duals. We also carry a full line of enclosed cargo trailers. Need a motorcycle trailer? We've got them. Need a dump trailer? We've got the largest selection in the state. Oil field trailers? We carry a full line of big Tex trailers to handle all your needs. Trailer repairs? We repair all makes and models. We'll even rent you a trailer if you need to use one for a day. Flat Rock Trailers, your #1 source for all your trailer needs. Find us at flatrocktrailers.com.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed, smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. At a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long business meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call and order a Rudy's group meal.
Next in line. You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
And welcome back on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank. Central National Bank, your leading independent bank. We are live at Rudy's, continuing with Coach Ryan McGuyre, Baylor volleyball coach. Talked about your schedule this weekend, the Baylor Classic, a lot of volleyball in the Farrell Center. And beyond that, you've still got some really high-profile non-conference matches.
Yeah, we're at Florida after that. Top-ranked team. You know, we've been out there before, had a couple good wins last time we've gone out there. Coaching change there with a great coach, and Ryan used to be at Marquette, and they'll do a return. So I'm, looking forward to that match, but already looking forward to 2026
nice,
to get Florida back out here with the key one. We'll open up conference, so it'll be the first conference match for all of the Big 12 because we'll stay out there and play UCF. Also a new coach, and he's doing great things out there. That'll save us a trip to not have to go back to Florida, so that worked out well. And then we come back with an easy one against Texas. So go do that. That we'll be on the road at Texas as well. So, yeah, getting some top 15 ranked opponents. Texas is all the way up to like number 2, I think, right now, doing pretty good. And that'll get us ready for conference.
Nice. So UCF, your conference opener, is not that far away.
No, it's right around the corner. We got 3 matches to get through this weekend, work on things this weekend. It'll be a quick turnaround. Like Florida's no joke, so we'll spend that whole week getting ready for both of those matches. But that's a Sunday match, and a day off Monday. We play Tuesday and come back. So,
wow.
And I know UCF plays that Sunday as well, so a quick turnaround for both of us.
And I've noticed that Florida match is national TV, ESPN2 on a Sunday afternoon. I really have noticed more and more volleyball on national TV broadcasts.
Yeah, volleyball is like the #1 female team sport right now, and it is popular. Obviously, last year we saw, hundred thousands of fans in the Nebraska matches. We've had record-breaking numbers in the Final Four and the championships in both attendance and TV viewership. And we got 3 pro leagues that are doing really, really well in the United States here. So it is a great team sport that's fast-paced with amazing women with athletic skills that are fun to watch.
That's great. What does the league look like this year? The overall strength of the Big 12?
Phenomenal. Big 12's really good this year. I think we got 6 teams ranked in the top 25. We're all jockeying for position, and it's not a home and away schedule. You play everybody once and a couple others twice. So every match will be really important because you only get to see some of these teams one time, and so you got to make your case in those matches there. But you know, Arizona State's just had good wins. TCU's always a fun rivalry with some good wins. Kansas doing well. K-State still does well. I'll go through all of them, and it's just gonna go all the way down the list.
And Arizona State won the league last year, is that right?
Yeah.
Their first year in the Big 12, they won the conference.
First year in the Big 12, great team, fast. We were their only loss, so you know we only played them once. We were able to get it home, but they only lost once. That was to Baylor last year.
Nice, very good, very good. So looking at your conference schedule, UCF September 16th. And then beyond that, Texas in Austin, and then it's all conference the rest of the way right after that. Seems like it's coming fast. Is this normal, or is this just the expanded Big 12?
It's you normally get 4 weeks of preseason.
Okay.
So we just had week 1. We're going to be week 2.
Yeah.
Week 3,
half.
Florida, and we're kind of getting UCF early, and then the week 4 we're picking up Texas.
I got you. Yeah. That makes sense. All right, very good. And again, the Farrell Center, the home for Baylor volleyball, in a great spot there. And I know the crowds. We continue to get pretty good crowds, don't we? There's always room for more, but we get good crowds.
Yeah, if it's 10,000, so we gotta get there at some point.
Fill it up.
We've had close to 8 at some. It's just fun, and I raced here from meeting with the band. Who they just sound so awesome at Baylor. I just love there, and they're training hard out in the sun and trying to be sharp. And coaches talking about like hey, this is warfare here. Like we gotta we can't just fall over and be flat. And I'm like, man, I wish my girls were here watching this because it's. For us in our sport, there's a lot of science and stats that we go through, but when we're playing our best volleyball, it's about making music. And so, like when you come to volleyball, when you guys come to the Farrell Center, you're going to see some beautiful things. You're going to see some intense things. You're going to see some battles. And that's what like stirs our heart. Like that's who we are. Like we want to see people that overcome. We want to see people that achieve great things through sacrifice and perseverance, and we want to do it with people that we love. And so in the Farrell Center, when we have fans, like when the Baylor family is there, it impacts the match, and love having it when it's loud and rocking.
Did you slip in a subtle music reference there when you said you can't be flat?
Yeah, no, it's I know nothing about music, but I did do a bedtime story with Battle of the Brazos band.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so each of our girls was a different band member, but
good.
We'll talk about that later.
Oh, good. No, I want to come back to that.
Okay.
But were you recruiting the band to come and be at a volleyball match?
We were. They were pumping me up. I was pumping them up to get there. And, people don't realize like they volunteer. They come on their own time when that, so it's not like obligated to do it. And I know when they come, they're loud. They're a ruckus. It just adds to the atmosphere on it. So. I know statistically, hey, when our band's there, like our opponents don't serve as well. And so that makes it easier. And
that's good.
And I feel the band alone is worth 1 or 2 points. And when we push that attendance up into the 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, I feel that's given us a few more points per set.
We need to get them there for sure. Last year, the band came to a match with acrobatics and tumbling. I think it was the Oregon match. And Fee was just raving about what a difference it made. So.
It's college sports, and it just gives you that collegiate feel for sure.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if we have a lot of time to go detailed into this, but your bedtime stories are becoming legendary.
Well, I don't know if they're legendary because of how they are, but it's just my way to get some lessons across to the team where we can kind of settle in at the night before, be on the same page. So yeah, our most recent one was kind of about weathering the storm, and so. We were a bunch of pirates. Each girl got a pirate name, and like what are the anchors that are going to stabilize us when the storm comes, and can't abandon the ship and sail through it. But we have fun with the graphics. We did another one with the band, and kind of as a competition where everybody's trying to win their own thing, but we come together, make some synergy. It's a new type of music, and there's the ebb and flow and the tension and time for rest that makes it magical in there. There's some Dr. Seuss ones in there that just talk about serving and stuff in there. So different ways for them to, hey, we're weathering the storm. Here's the anchor we're working on. It's a rest refuel time. It's going to be a reality time. Like there's got to be a change. We're going to be tossed in the wind if we don't have a real change of what's happening here. So
really good. Is there one per week, or how many of these do you have over the course of the year?
They maybe get like three or four a
okay.
year.
All right, very good.
Time into kind of the themes.
We need to put all these in a book form and print these out.
Maybe that's our fundraiser.
I'd buy one.
Yeah.
I heard about Gnarly Harley.
Oh yeah,
Gnarly Harley and the Bears was one of them.
That was a 10-chapter one. That one was was a good one. But that was about the Bears, and that ties into our strategy because they're playing like ghosts and ogres. Ogres hit the same place over and over again. A wizard's gonna like hit one and then cast a new spell on the next one.
Right.
Jack and Jill's in there, like a Jack's setting the distance, Jill sets the easy one. So it's just different ways that we can teach the game where now that I say, hey, she's an ogre, I don't say it too loud.
Right.
Offended, but they know, okay, strategy-wise, like I'm sticking to the plan. Hey, she's a wizard. Hey, I got to follow up with the roll shot after
that's great.
Heavy hit. And that one, yeah, they're hiking the path of conflict. They face a monster called adversity, and how do you become friends with adversity and embrace it? So, yeah.
How long have you been doing the bedtime stories?
Probably 2 decades.
Have you really?
Yeah. When I'm on the plane and I don't want to watch a movie because I've traveled and I've seen everything that's on there, that's normally the bedtime stories come out on the plane.
That's pretty cool. That's good. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, questions from the audience for you. Coach Ryan McGuyre, Baylor volleyball coach. More with Coach McGuire when we come back on the Baylor Coaches Show.
Are you ready for the action-packed experience of Baylor volleyball? Come watch the Bears all season long at the Farrell Center as the team battles to bring home another Big 12 Conference championship.
Yes.
Secure your
Yep. As long as it's off by 56, we're fine.
Courtside. We'll see you at the Farrell Center in Sikkim Bears.
A bank in any town USA treats everyone like, well, anyone. At Central National Bank, we provide Central Texans with a different kind of banking. We believe in people over processes, listening over telling, and helping our customers over helping ourselves. Come to Central National Bank and experience the difference. Bank different, bank Central. Central National Bank, member FDIC, proud partner of Baylor Athletics.
The Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event is on, and there's no one key to victory. You need strength. You need power. You need agility. You need a team that shows up ready to win. And Toyota Trucks, yeah, they bring the full roster. The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for it all. With available bed-mounted power outlets, massive towing capability, and a cabin fit for your crew, Toyota Tundra and Tacoma don't just show up to game day, they dominate it. Kick off the season with big savings during the Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event. But hurry, these deals won't last forever.
Toyota is a proud partner of Baylor Athletics. Wear green and haul gold in a new Tundra or Tacoma, built to take you wherever the road leads on game day and beyond. Visit your local Toyota dealer today.
Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
And welcome back. One final segment with Coach Ryan McGuyre, Baylor volleyball coach on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank. Coach, we reserve this segment for questions from the audience. Got some good ones here. You ready for these?
I'm ready.
All right, Roy, front and center, asked with Ann here. Ann, perfect attendance. Roy asked, including Morgan Madison, what freshmen are going to contribute significantly this year?
Yeah, we're getting a lot of contribution from really everyone. Our depth is deeper than ever before. Morgan obviously had a great tournament. You saw Bailey Warren play for us, live arm, fun jumper, electric, really a strong student of the game. And Kasusha Rockmanchik from Belarus also play heavy arm, good ball control. She's got a good jump serve when she lets loose. So I think that's who you saw immediately out there. Man, Lauren Weesey is just working her tail off for us in the middle in that middle group. So, but yeah, I think those first three are really ahead of schedule right now.
Where's Lauren from?
Lauren's from Washington.
Oh, Washington.
Yeah,
okay.
Washington,
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha. Good question, Roy. Thank you very much. Ben Hagens, noted golfer, says, I'm a new volleyball fan.
Love it. Welcome.
Welcome to the club. Just watched Nebraska and TCU on TV. There's one of those nationally televised matches. When do we play them?
Yeah, TCU will be our opening conference match at home. So
27th.
It's a Saturday in there. So
September 27th.
Feels like right around the corner. That'll be a great one to come. Always a battle. Like that match will have an impact on who wins the Big 12. I think we're both in a position to fight for it. They had some good wins this past weekend. It was a great week for the Big 12 opening weekend. And then Nebraska will, if we see them, we'll need to beat them in the tournament. So.
And TCU, you close the regular season at TCU also.
Yeah, and that's kind of strange to have that bookend.
Yeah,
on
that's
there.
true.
So it's our opening home match, and then it's the day before Thanksgiving on the Wednesday out there at TCU. So both should be electric matches.
Very good. All right, Bob Barrett asks of your returning players from last year, who is the most improved?
Yeah, I think both our setters. You know, we saw Jackie Barrett Frazier run a 5-1. Bree Denny and Harley have just really come around and improved immensely. And then this past weekend, our opposites, Grace Carroll, you know, last year freshman, always get excited. The sophomore year seems to be a breakthrough year for everybody because they kind of know what they're getting into. And then Manu Manuela Bimbimbe, you know, led us in kills in that last match. And so both of them have been incredibly improved. So I think, you know, 2 years ago, Manu was a all-conference player, and then a little bit injured last year. We kind of shifted positions for her, and she's looking really good over there.
All right, very good. We got to let you go, and looking forward to the Baylor Classic this weekend. I'll see you out there tomorrow night.
Sounds
Baylor
good.
and Northwestern tomorrow night, 6 p.m. for the opener in the Baylor Classic. Coach Ryan McGuyre, Baylor Volleyball, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Noted author and volleyball coach Ryan McGuyre. Take a break, be back, and wrap things up live from Rudy's right after this.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise of an ER, all under one roof. At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in network with most major insurance providers. Premier ER and Urgent Care has 4 convenient locations serving Texas: San Marcos, Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
Are you ready for Baylor football? The Bears have an action-packed home schedule with premier matchups against Auburn, Kansas State, Utah, and defending conference champion Arizona State. You make the biggest impact in the stands, so get your season tickets now. Purchase your tickets today at BaylorBears.com/tickets for your seat at a rockin' McLean Stadium. Sic 'em Bears.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed. Smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. And a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long business meeting,
About a minute.
3 hours. It'll feed all the cousins in a family.
I'll count you down.
It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call an order a Rudy's group meal.
Next in line.
Minute 20.
Listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
And
And back with just enough time to wrap things up on tonight's Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank. Great to be here at Rudy's. Daniel, thank you again for your hospitality. We appreciate the great staff here at Rudy's. Listen, it's going to be a big weekend. A lot of events going on around involving Baylor athletics. Football head up to Dallas to play SMU, 11 a.m. on Saturday morning. For the Bears and the SMU Mustangs. Baylor Volleyball hosting the Baylor Classic. Northwestern coming up on Thursday. St. Mary's on Friday. Then Rice on Sunday afternoon at 2 to wrap up Baylor's part of the Baylor Classic. Soccer, a big match coming up tomorrow night, 7 p.m. on the banks of the Brazos, hosting Texas at Betty Lou Mays Field. So that's
30 seconds.
For Baylor soccer, playing really well, coming off a win over Mississippi State, a ranked opponent, just last week. So big match for Baylor soccer tomorrow. And cross country.
20 seconds.
They'll run at the UTA Invitational coming up on Friday. We appreciate you being with us tonight. We'll be back next Wednesday. Thank you very much.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
To the Baylor Coaches